doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm a little tired, but I'm doing great.
Yeah. Tell me about your week. What's happened since we last met?
Well, since we last met, I have had a test on today, which was crazy. And I have one every single Monday, which is like...
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like I study for a test, and then I usually walk out of a test and you're like, okay, I'm done, and like I have another one for 4 weeks. But for me, it's like I finish a test and then I start studying for the next test. So after my test, I printed out a review sheet and I'm about to go study for it right now. So it's kind of just crazy.
Do you feel like it's really affecting like your life and how you're able to manage things?
I think so, yeah, honestly, because usually like it's not like I have that break time, like I said. It's more of like a every week thing. So it's like my week is like, okay, I'm gonna study on these weeks, and then like of course I want to hang out with my friends and stuff, and so it's hard to balance the friendship versus schoolwork, and then like especially since the test is on Monday, you want to study on the weekend, but everybody does stuff on the weekend. So I've been learning how to study ahead, but also make sure that I can study on the weekends sometimes, and so it's crazy, and like it's weird to think that my whole semester is gonna look like me studying every week, you know?
And you're a nursing major, right?
Yeah, and so pretty rough.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So do you have any issues with managing your other classes, or do you feel like you're able to like equally put time into all of them?
I think right now, since I'm starting nursing school next semester, I'm like kind of in easy classes, and so it's good to like be able to like spread it out, but I do have a quiz every week as well, and so it's like test, quiz, test, quiz, and so that's good. But I think the one thing that I struggle with the most is like balancing studying and friends.
Yeah. Tell me about your friends.
I think, well, friends and also boyfriend. Boyfriend. So he came, so we're long distance, right? Yeah. And he came this weekend, and so that was really fun, and we had a great time. We just hung out with friends and went to the football game, and made smoothies and stuff, but it was hard to like make sure we had that time to like, okay, we have to study, because he comes in from town, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could just hang out with you all the time. So it's been crazy having to like figure out like, okay, I need to be disciplined when you want to have fun with your boyfriend and stuff. And so that's been interesting. And then especially this like yesterday was really hard because I was just really excited to hang out with him, and then he left that Sunday after church, and so it was hard to get off that mindset of, okay, done hanging out with friends and boyfriend, and now I have to study. And so that made studying so much harder than it usually is, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's really hard. Do you feel like you have been able to really invest in your friendships at all?
I think so, yes. I think it's a big balance. I think freshman year, I'm a junior now, but like freshman year it was like really hard to like figure out like which to choose, and it was mostly me choosing friends over studying, and then my grades kind of suffered, and so it was cool to like realize that I needed to through like the next couple of years to be like, I need to pick and choose what I want to do with my friends, and it's not like I have to hang out with somebody every single day. I have to be at every event and all that kind of stuff, which is a new, like, it feels really adult, like, to pick, like, doing, like, studying and doing work over friendships and stuff.
So at the beginning of your week, do you say, like, okay, these are the times I'm going to study, or do you just kind of play it by ear based on what's happening?
Yeah, that's a good question, because I think a lot of me is I just go on a whim. I'm like, okay, I'll wake up in the morning, I lay in bed, and I'm like, what should I do today? And then I'm like, okay, my day's gonna look like this. And then usually, like, knowing me and my personality, I'm like more of like I was gonna study it too, but this came up, and I'm gonna go do that. And so it's funny to like see that like through my day, if I'm not strict with my plans, then like I choose friendships over more studying. Or if like I'm not strategic with the way I study, I could be studying during the day, and then like nobody like is available to hang out at night because they're studying, and so like I had like it's very interesting to see the dynamic of friendships and studying and all that kind of stuff.
Do you think that you'd be able to kind of make a schedule like on Sunday and say, this is what each day is going to look like, and I'm going to stick to this so that I can have more fun and flexibility on the weekends?
Yeah, honestly, I think that would be really good, because I am very scatterbrained, and I have a planner, but like, it's only for tests, and like they have the weekly like hourly like planner part of it, and I've never used that, which is
Oh, yeah.
Might help a lot to, like...
I think it would, yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be good to, like, plan out, like, okay, I'm going to study this time, and be able to, like, stick with it instead of being, like, lenient about it when I wake up, but to be like, okay, this has been on my planner for a long time. I need to do that, and then I'm going to dedicate this time to hanging out instead of, like, seeing how it goes and, like, getting out there and hanging out with people instead of just going with the flow, if that makes sense.
For sure, for sure. Do you feel like things at home have been good? I know that you went home a couple weekends ago and you said it was kind of hard. Do you think it's been better since then?
Yes, I think, I mean, in a way, my parents, they're still, they're empty nesters now, right? Because my younger sister just went off to UT, and so that's been harder on them to, like, figure out, like, what is life like without kids? Because my mom, I love her to death, but she's very much, a little bit overbearing and loves to call and loves to nag, which me and my sisters always say, which it comes out of love, but, like, that's always, like, something she does, and so it might be super, like, the transition for her is probably so different than having 3 kids at home to nag, and now she has, like, 0, and she's like, what do I do?
Yes. Does she call you often?
Yeah, she does, probably, like, 3 times a day, every day, which is, it's a lot, but I think it's just her, like, adjusting. Yeah. Kind of thing.
Do you feel like it affects your relationship with her, or are you able to be kind of receptive to her phone calls?
I think, I was thinking about that the other day. It was kind of like the more she calls, the more, like, I pull back, and I think that's, like, with, like, lots of, like, even friendships or, like, I don't know, anything that you do, like, if you, like, overbear someone, you're kind of like, okay, that takes the joy out of one, and then call my mom, you know what I mean? And so that's been interesting to, like, look at that and, like, figure that out.
Yeah. Do you think it would help maybe if you called her a couple times? Maybe you said, okay, I'm going to call her today so that she knows that I care and that I want to talk to her. She might be able to pull back a little bit.
Yeah, because you're probably right, because, like, now that you say that, it's interesting to see that maybe she calls a lot because I don't call her, and she's worried that I'm not going to call her or something, so I think reciprocating and calling her, just, like, not to bring a problem up with her, like, or, like, to, like, Mom, I need to know about this, but, like, just to chat with her might, like, make her feel, like, very loved, or, like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think she'd know that you care more. I think a lot of times in relationships, it's easy to be afraid of not having that security and to wonder, like, what are they thinking? Do they care? Do they love me? Do they want to talk to me? And because of that, it's easy to cling to people and say, like, give me the affirmation, give me your attention and love because I want to know that you care. But a lot of times that can come off the wrong way and actually push people away. So I think it'd be really cool if you started calling your mom a couple times.
I think that'd be cool, like, just to see, like, the change and, like, the dynamic and, like, notice that. And, yeah, it's always good to make your mom feel like she's needed because I think as a, like, you know, if I think about me being a mom, it would be like I would want my children to need me and call me and, like, tell me things.